Good evening and welcome to Perry Bar for Sky Sports Elite League action. It's the Selco Birmingham Brummies versus the Lakeside Hammers. Ahead of the action tonight, let's quickly run down the two team lineups. Going at number 1 for the Brummies, it's Jason Doyle. Rider replacement operates tonight at number 2 for Martin Smolinski. Danny King rides at 3 with Ben Barker at number 4. Chris Harris goes at 5. Their two reserves, Nico Cavati at 6 and Josh Orty at number 7. For the Lakeside Hammers, they have guesting tonight at number 1, Kenneth Bier. Lewis Bridger goes at number 2. It's Sebastian Uamek at 3 with Piotr Swiderski at number 4. Skipper Davey Watt rides at 5. Their two reserves, Kevin Doolan at 6 and Richard Lawson at number 7. So it's the Selco Birmingham Brummies versus the Lakeside Hammers in Sky Sports Elite League action. Let's get on with the racing and join heat number 1. Here we go then for heat number 1, the first race here at Perry Bar this evening. Selco Birmingham Brummies versus the Lakeside Hammers. Hammers calling upon the services of Kenneth Bier this evening as a replacement for Peter Carlson, who crashed out at Purfleet on Friday evening, and Kenneth Bier is out in this heat number 1 in the white helmet colour. The lineup from the inside going in the blue helmet colour as a rider replacement ride for the injured Martin Smolinski. It's Chris Harris. Chris Harris goes in blue gate 1. Gate number 2 for the Lakeside Hammers, it is Lewis Bridger. Gate 3 in red, it is Jason Doyle, and off the outside in white, Kenneth Bier. Hopefully they takes away, they go on heat 1, a pretty level start indeed, but Harris forces his way through. It's the Selco Birmingham Brummies in a 1-2 situation with Doyle taking it up. Chris Harris is second, it's Kenneth Bier in third with Lewis Bridger at the back. Perfect start for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. It was a pretty tight first corner, but the Brummies into a 1-2 situation. Now Kenneth Bier finding himself at the back as Lewis Bridger takes it up to chase the Brummies pair down. But Jason Doyle, super stuff from the Australian, he's away up front, just checks on his inside shoulder to see who it is. On his direct inside, Chris Harris riding shotgun there. The Brummies in a 5-1 situation. Lewis Bridger, to be fair, isn't too far behind. The battling style of Lewis Bridger trying to get on the tail of Chris Harris. Harris knows where he is. Down the back straight they go then for the final lap of heat 1. Looks to be a perfect start to their night's work for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. Jason Doyle and Chris Harris take maximum points in heat number 1. Great stuff from the Brummies pair there. It was a pretty tight first corner, but no problems for the Brummies as they found themselves clear and they take a 1-2 in the opener here at Perry Bar. Coming round to take the applause of what is a very large crowd at Perry Bar this evening, a promotion on both tonight and in a fortnight. And the fans of Birmingham out in style to support the team tonight. Chris Harris just having a quick chat with the track man down there, just having a word as Birmingham get off to the best possible start here this evening. So Chris Harris, he'll get an extra round of applause. Jason Doyle, the wins heat number 1 from Chris Harris in second spot. Third spot goes to Lewis Bridger. It's a 5-1 to the Brummies in heat number 1.
The race winner in red, Jason Doyle. The winning time 58.53.
So perfect start to their night's work for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. We're on to heat number 2, the reserves heat, which sees going in the white helmet colour for the Lakeside Hammers of gate number 1. It's Kevin Doolan. Gate 2 for the Brummies in the red helmet colour is Nico Cavati. Gate 3 in yellow, Richard Lawson, and off the outside in blue, the man of the match last week, Josh Orty. Josh will be hoping for a similar sort of performance tonight. Up against the fast starting Richard Lawson, however, not going to be easy, although Lawson will be hoping for better fortunes than he had last time the Lakeside Hammers visited back in April, when he crashed out of that meeting in the reserves race and unfortunately didn't take any further part. So which way is this heat number 2 going to go? Can the Brummies maintain their good start, or will the Hammers strike straight back? Lightly takes away they go, and it's a good start from the inside by Kevin Doolan. Richard Lawson has missed out. Here comes Josh Orty around the outside of everyone, and Josh Orty takes it up. It's Doolan in second, Nico Cavati in third. Struggling at the back is Richard Lawson. Now here comes the Italian, Nico Cavati, right around the outside of Kevin Doolan, and that's a super outside pass by Nico Cavati. Was slightly subdued last week against the Swindon Robins, but back on it tonight. and the Selco Birmingham Brummies once again in a 1-2 situation. 2 laps gone of Heat 2. Kevin Doolan chasing hard in third. Surprising how far back Richard Lawson is in this Heat number 2. Perhaps he's got some machine concerns, but with 1 lap to go, no problems for this man, Josh Shorty. He's looking good and heading down the back straight. Nico Cavatti comfortable ahead of Kevin Doolan. So it's going to be 2 out of 2 for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, and they're already off to a flyer here at Perry Bar. Josh Hawty wins Heat 2. Second spot goes to Nico Cavatti. Third spot to Kevin Doolan. Doolan ruining the outside blast by Cavatti there on lap number 1. Josh Hawty disappointingly heading back to the pits rather than coming round to take the applause of the Perry Bar faithful. So, another 5-1 in Heat number 2. Perfect start for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, and they are indeed now coming round, having been told by the team management. Josh Hawty and Nico Cavatti are going to take a lap of honour. Many congratulations to them. Josh Hawty starting off tonight as he left off last week. Was in great form against Swindon, and much better tonight already from Nico Cavatti as well. So, Hawty, Cavatti, Doolan the result. Another 5-1 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies. And after 2 heats, it's now 10 to the Brummies, just 2 to the Lakeside Hammers. Heat number 3 on track. Can the Brummies maintain their perfect start? They've got Danny King, the skipper, and Ben Barker out in this one. Good to see Ben able to ride this evening after crashing out for Ipswich, which is in the Premier League at Edinburgh last Friday evening, but Ben's okay. He's there in gate number 1 in the blue helmet colour, just asking referee Dave Waters to shine the green light there. So Ben Barker it is, going in blue gate number 1. For the Lakeside Hammers, a recent signing, Brummie last season, Sebastian Urmek. He's riding in the white helmet colour, gate number 2. Danny King, skipper of the Brummies, gate 3 in red, and off the outside, another pole for the Lakeside Hammers is Piotr Swiderski. So as they come to order for heat number 3, green light comes on, flight takes away they go. It's a good start from the inside from Ben Barker, but he's met there by Sebastian Urmek. Ben Barker keeping it low on the curb, and here comes Danny King round the outside of one, and now here he comes down the inside of another. And it's the Brummies in a 1-2 situation, although Sebastian Urmek's getting his wheels in line, and that's a super pass from the pole. Sebastian Urmek has gone past both Brummies there, and he's now sniffing fresh air. Ben Barker, though, coming back. What action in heat number 3. Ben Barker down the inside of Sebastian Urmek. Can Danny King do the same as well? And Danny King has done the same. What great thrilling racing from both Brummies in heat number 3. Sebastian Urmek made a great pass at the end of lap 1, and the Brummies weren't to be denied, and they've come through for another 5-1 situation to the Brummies. Ben Barker almost falling off that machine. Danny King in second. Third spot, Sebastian Urmek. And the Brummies are going to make it a hat-trick of 5-1s in the first 3 heats, but that was some of the best action we've seen all season. Ben Barker and Danny King, they take a brilliant 5-1 over Sebastian Urmek and Piotr Swiderski. And that was good stuff from the Brummies boys, because they saw that Sebastian Urmek had come round the outside of them, but one after the other came back and took maximum points once again. Ben Barker and Danny King, third 5-1 of the night to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, and in front of a great crowd here at Perry Bar. That's great to see. So Barker, King, Urmek the result, 5-1. Progressively after 3 races, it's now 15 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, just 3 to the Lakeside Hammers. On we go to heat number 4. The lineup for this one sees going in the blue helmet colour for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, it's Josh Hawty. Next to him in yellow, disappointing first time out, Richard Lawson. He's in gate 2. Gate number 3 in red for the Brummies, it's Chris the Bomber Harris. And off the outside in white, it is Davey Watt, skipper of the Hammers. Davey missed out on the A fixture here at Perry Bar. He was on the sidelines at that point. So making his first ride of the season here in Birmingham. So they come to order for heat 4. Oh, a bit of a false start there. And the Lakeside Hammers are first into the first corner. Chris Harris jumped and he's missed out. And the Lakeside Hammers have stolen a march here. It's Richard Lawson He's up front from teammate Davey Watt. Chris Harris and Josh Orty having their own private battle for third and fourth. But that was a terrible start for the Selco Birmingham Brummies pair. And they're having to chase down Lakeside here. Down the back straight for the second time. It's Davey Watt taking it up from Richard Lawson in second. Josh Orty busting the gut to try to come around the outside of Richard Lawson. And he's right on the tailpipe now of Lawson. Josh Orty keeping it screwed on, and that's a good pass from Josh Orty around the outside of Richard Lawson. Now what can Chris Harris do? He's got a lap and a bit to do something. Out front and gone is Davey Watt. It's still Josh Orty in second, Richard Lawson in third. Chris Harris really struggling at the back, not able to get on terms. I don't think he's going to get past Richard Lawson, and that's disappointing for the Selco Birmingham Brummies man. But as they come off the final corner, Davey Watt wins heat number 4. Josh Orty battling his way through for second. Third spot goes to Richard Lawson. So the sequence of 5-1s is broken, and Lakeside take their first heat advantage of the evening. Davey Watt the winner, second spot to Josh Orty, third spot to Richard Lawson. It's a 4-2 to the visitors, progressively now 17 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 7 to the Lakeside Hammers.
The winning time 58.69. 58.69.
We're certainly looking like we're on our way to something.
So Brummies war cry ahead of heat number 5. It's the Lakeside Hammers who have been crying so far, and they introduce their guest Kenneth Bier here as a tactical ride. He wears the black and white helmet here, so any points that Kenneth scores will count for double. The lineup from the inside sees going in the yellow helmet colour, it is Lewis Bridger. Gate number 2 in red, it is Danny King. Gate 3 in black and white, Kenneth Bier. And off the outside in blue, Ben Barker. Of course, this King and Barker combination were in sensational form in heat number 3. Lakeside Hammers will be hoping to repel their charge here, especially as they are playing the black and white helmet. Starting Marshall seems happy. He now walks away. Fly the takes away they go. It's a brilliant start from gate 4 from Ben Barker, although he lifts there, and it is the Hammers who show. It's all very tight, 4 wide, coming off the pits corner. Ben Barker won't be denied, and Barker takes it up. He's taking Kenneth Bier right out towards the fence. Meanwhile, Danny King down low, and the Selco Birmingham Brummies have worked that brilliantly. Lewis Bridger trying hard to come back around the outside of the skipper of the Brummies, Danny King. Danny King needs to move off to block him. Bridger around the outside, and it's a 4-2 situation with the tactical riding Kenneth Bier at the back. Bridger takes it up in second, and now Danny King's got to repel the challenge of Kenneth Bier. King makes a mistake. Bier having a good look down on the inside. I think Bier's got the speed to match Danny King, but can he get past him? 1 lap to go of heat number 5. And this is terrible news for the Lakeside Hammers. They're double points. Kenneth Bier isn't going to score anything unless he can get past Danny King. Danny King working overtime to repel the challenge. Ben Barker, 2 out of 2 for him. And the first tactical ride is well and truly scuppered by the Selco Birmingham Brummies. That was thrilling stuff off bend number 2 on lap 1. Ben Barker, Lewis Bridger and Kenneth Bier all going at it. Kenneth Bier having a quick chat with Lewis Bridger. I don't think these two, well, they're not too happy at all. The 2 Lakeside boys on the far side having their own personal argument about who was wearing the black and white, and Bridger and teammate for the night, Kenneth Bier, not happy at all, and this could get very interesting because Lewis Bridger, the Lakeside man, not at all impressed with Kenneth Bier, and we're going to have a punch up, I'm sure. Yeah, we are. And as if Lakeside's night was not going well at all, this could get even more interesting now. Danny King just having words with Lewis Bridger, asking him to calm down as Kenneth Bier skulks his way back to the pits. The 2 Lakeside boys falling out big style there. And we've almost forgotten what the score was. That was a 4-2 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies. Progressively now 21 to the Brummies, just 9 to the Lakeside Hammers.
Second in yellow was Lewis Bridger, and third in red, Danny King.
Well, that was fun in heat number 5, and we're on to heat 6. And with the 4-2 conceded in heat 5, means Lakeside are now 12 points down, and they decide straight away to introduce their second tactical ride. That's on the head of Davey Watt. He's there in gate 2. The full lineup from the inside sees Jason Doyle going in the red helmet colour gate 1. Davey Watt in black and white gate 2. Coming in as the rider replacement rider, it's Josh Orty. He's in blue gate 3. The outside in yellow, Kevin Doolan.
Partner of 3 in blue is Josh Orty.
So can Davey Watt strike back here for the Hammers? Flyder takes away, there goes the superstar from Watt off gate number 2, although Jason Doyle pressuring him into the first corner. Can Doyle get something working on the inside? No, not at this stage. It's Davey Watt that leads. Jason Doyle in second. It's Kevin Doolan. He's in third for the Hammers, ahead of Josh Orty, who's having to give chase now. Here comes Kevin Doolan, having a good look down on the inside of his fellow Australian, Jason Doyle. And Doolan all the time. I don't think Doolan's too comfortable with the speed he's got in his machine, because Josh Orty, he's now right on his tail. Davey Watt's checked out, you can forget about him, but here comes Josh Orty round the outside of Kevin Doolan, and that's a super pass by Orty. Doolan though trying to keep it working down low. Orty on the outside, and he now slots through for third to join up with Jason Doyle. Once again, Josh Orty battling for every point here at Perry Bar. This will result in a 6-3 as the Lakeside Hammers will shave 3 points off Josh Orty. Out of shape going into that top corner. Just going to hang on, I think, for third spot, but he made a right mess of that final bend. Kevin Doolan once again wearing his heart on his sleeve. He's gutted with that performance there in Heat 6. But Davey Watt, 2 wins out of 2, looking fast is Davey. Will ride next week, or this weekend even, in the World Cup for the Australians. And Davey Watt will be hoping to take that form to Chesterhover as well. So, Davey Watt, 6 points for the Lakeside Hammers. Second spot goes to Jason Doyle. Third spot to Josh Orty. Kevin Doolan at the back. 6-3 to the Lakeside Hammers. It's now 24 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies. 15 to the Lakeside Hammers. On we go to heat number 7. The lineup for this one sees going in the white helmet colour for the Lakeside Hammers. It's Sebastian Urmek. Next to him in red for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, it's Chris the Bomber Harris. Piotr Swiderski going in yellow off gate 3. And off the outside in the blue helmet colour for the Brummies, it's Nico Cavati. Can Sebastian Urmek for the Lakeside Hammers make a fast start from gate 1? Known for his starting, although surprised probably himself in Heat 3 when he went sailing past the Brummies pair. But of course the Brummies instantly struck back later in that race. So with 9 points between the sides, Brummies still in control. Going to take a swift turn of events for the Lakeside Hammers to get back on terms. The Brummies having made a perfect start in the first 3 heats. So they come to order for Heat 7. Oh, false start there. Piotr Swiderski's absolutely demolished the tapes there. That's as bad a tape breaking as we've seen all season anywhere, I think. And Piotr Swiderski, well, the yellow disqualification light is on. No surprise from Dave Waters. And we await the word from the Lakeside team manager, Neil Vatcher. Take another look at that, and you can see without any shadow of a doubt, Piotr Swiderski jumped, and then he absolutely stormed the tapes. So we'll await news on whether he's going to take the 15-metre handicap. I don't think he is, because Neil Vatcher's out to tell him to come back to the pits, and I think we'll see one of the reserves, either Kevin Doolan or Richard Lawson. So amended lineup of heat number 7. Piotr Swiderski is replaced by Richard Lawson. Lawson taking his place then in gate 3. So the amended lineup from the inside. Sebastian Urmek going in the white helmet colour gate 1. Chris Harris in red gate number 2. It's Richard Lawson now in yellow gate 3. And completing the lineup off the outside, it's Nico Cavati. All 4 riders then come to order for heat number 7. Oh, false start. Surely Nico Cavati was moving off the outside. That was very, very messy, and Dave Waters once again slams on the red stop lights. And we're going to have to try for a 3rd time to run this heat number 7. So riders back round at the tapes for the 3rd attempt of heat number 7. Warning to Nico Cavati, he's got to remain still this time. So let's quickly remind you of the lineup from the inside. Sebastian Urmek going in the gate number 1 position in white. It's Chris Harris, red gate 2. Richard Lawson, yellow gate 3. And off the outside in blue, Nico Cavati.
see you make some noise if you're supporting the Selco Birmingham Brummies.
24-15, we remind you. So Lakeside still need some heat advantages. Just the 2 so far. The tactical ride 6-3 in the last race, and of course 4-2 in heat 4. Other than that, it's been all Selco Birmingham Brummies. So as they come to order 4 heat 7, can they get away this time? Either takes away they go. It's a fast start from gate 2 from Chris Harris. He was level with Sebastian Urmek, but Harris made sure that he pulled himself to the first corner. Unfortunately for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, Nico Cavatti is at the back, although changing his attack to try to come around the outside of Richard Lawson. Lawson, though, holding on to third at this stage. Harris is checked out. This is much better from Bomber in heat number 7. Sebastian Urmek in second. It's Lawson, the reserve switch, in yellow gate 3. But Nico Cavatti busting a gut to try to get on terms and to secure a third place for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. Cavatti now changing his angle of attack to the inside, although Richard Lawson looks faster than he's looked all evening. Obviously a few changes to his machine for Richard, although he does go wide there, and another corner like that and Cavatti will be through. Can Nico Cavatti do like Martin Smolinski does every week and come through on the inside? This is where the race is in heat 7. Chris Harris, a comfortable winner, and Richard Lawson, I think, is just going to hang on to third spot ahead of Nico Cavatti. Disappointing for the Italian. But Chris Harris much better that time. He ran a poor last in heat number 4, but much quicker in heat number 7. So Chris Harris this time is going to come round to take the applause of the Perry Bar fans here this evening. Chris Harris, he wins heat 7 from Sebastian Urmek in second. Richard Lawson in third. So they share the race 3 apiece progressively now after 7 races. 27 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 18 to the Lakeside Hammers. So after a slight delay for some tractor grading, we're on to heat number 8. Lineup for which he's going in the yellow helmet colour for the Lakeside Hammers is Richard Lawson. Next to him in blue for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, Josh Orty. Gate 3 in yellow, it's Lewis Bridger. And off the outside in red, Ben Barker. Of course, last time out we had some right fun and games with Lewis Bridger. He's not with Kenneth Bier in this heat. We've got to wait till heat 11 for that. So with the scores at 27 to 18, Lakeside have slightly stemmed the tide, but you would favour the Selco Birmingham Brummies here with Ben Barker, who so far this evening is showing no signs of struggling after coming off at Edinburgh on Friday. He's scorched 2 fast victories already. So it's Lawson, Orty, Bridger and Barker. That's the lineup for heat number 8. Lights pick up the revs now. What fly takes away they go. A slight switch from Josh Orty. It's the Lakeside Hammers that show. Richard Lawson into the first corner. Here comes Lewis Bridger around the outside. It's Josh Orty trying to have a good look down the inside of Bridger. Ben Barker almost queuing up. The Brummies are to get past Lakeside with 1 lap gone of heat 8. Richard Lawson allowing his team partner Lewis Bridger around the outside, and Josh Orty almost riding the fence there. Richard Lawson saw him coming and he repelled the challenge of Josh Orty, who now drops to the back. It's Ben Barker giving chase. Richard Lawson having to repel both Brummies as Lewis Bridger heads for home up front. Down the back straight for the 3rd time. Brummies still trying hard to get on terms with Richard Lawson, but this will put Lakeside back in touch. They'll just be 5 points down at the halfway stage of this fixture. Ben Barker and Josh Orty almost fighting amongst themselves to get past Richard Lawson. Orty almost at the side of Lawson, but Lawson's got the composure and the speed to keep in second. Off the final corner they come, and Richard Lawson just about hangs on to second spot ahead of Josh Orty. Ben Barker in the end comes home for 4th, and Richard Lawson and Josh Orty still racing after the checker flag. And that was good stuff there from Lewis Bridger. His team partner did some of the hard work on lap 1, and Bridger surged his way right around the outside to take the checker flag and victory. A wheelie from Lewis Bridger. No doubt still smarting from his omission from the Speedway World Cup squad for Team GB. But on this sort of form, Lewis could find himself called up in the latter stages perhaps into next Thursday's race-off. So Lewis Bridger wins Heat 8. Second spot goes to his team partner, Richard Lawson. Third spot goes to Josh Hawty. It's a 5-1 to the Lakeside Hammers, and progressively now it's 28 to the Selkirk Birmingham Brummies, 23 to the Lakeside Hammers. So extra time having been allowed for Ben Barker, who's got 2 on the trot. He's back out here in Heat 9 in the blue helmet colour, gate number 2. The full lineup sees going off the inside in white, it's Davey Watt. Ben Barker next to him in blue, gate 2. Kevin Doolan goes in yellow, gate 3, and off the outside in red, it's Danny King. That big 5-1 for the Lakeside Hammers has put them back within touch. They're certainly looking for a league point with just 5 points between the sides. So Brummies looking to strike straight back here in Heat 9. Well, Flutter takes on Heat 9, away they go. It's a good start from gate 1 from Davey Watt. He's tried to repel the challenge of Danny King on the outside, leaving a gap through on the inside for Ben Barker. Barker takes it up, and now Danny King sees his opportunity, and he dives bomb down the inside of the previously unbeaten Davey Watt. Good work from the Selkirk Birmingham Brummies there in lap number 1 of this Heat 9. Although Davey Watt's not giving up, he looks to have the speed on both Selkirk Birmingham Brummies boys. Danny King having to run him up the fence there. Davey Watt working overtime to try to get on terms with 2 laps gone. Another thrilling race here at Perry Bar in Heat 9. Barker and King then out front. Davey Watt in third. Well tailed off of this one is Kevin Doolan, who's having a poor night. Davey Watt trying to get something working through on the inside of Danny King. Danny King's got to look lively because Davey Watt's right up his tailpipe. Watt though changing his attack to the outside. And I think that was probably a mistake. One final challenge coming up from Davey Watt, but that's brilliantly worked from the Selkirk Birmingham Brummies. Ben Barker makes it 3 out of 4 there. Davey Watt's not impressed with having been 5-1, and that undoes all the fine work that Lakeside did in Heat 8. Handshakes between Ben Barker and Danny King there. They really worked overtime in the first lap of that Heat number 9 and surged their way through to another 5-1 to the Selkirk Birmingham Brummies. Ben Barker makes it his third win of the evening. He wins Heat number 9 from Danny King in second. Third spot goes to the previously undefeated Davey Watt. So 5-1 to the Selkirk Birmingham Brummies. 33 now to the Brummies. 24 to the Lakeside Hammers. Heat 10 then, the last race before the interval, and the lineup for this was he's going in the yellow helmet colour for the Lakeside Hammers off gate 1. It's Piotr Swiderski. Coming in as a rider replacement in blue for the Selkirk Birmingham Brummies, Josh Hawty. Seb Uwamek, he rides in the white helmet colour gate number 3, and off the outside in red, it's Jason Doyle. So the gap between the sides restored to 9 points. Can the Brummies go into the interval with a 13-point lead? That will be their biggest lead of the evening so far. So they come to order then for Heat number 10. Starter Master just checking there with Uwamek. Rider takes away they go. It's a good start from Seb Uwamek off gate number 3. He's taken care of Jason Doyle and Piotr Swiderski, but here comes Doyle through the inside of both the Lakeside Hammers. What a super pass from Jason Doyle there. He cut through both Lakeside boys, and now Josh Hawty's having to go through on the inside of Sebastian Uwamek. And now Josh Hawty, he's got 3 laps to chase down Piotr Swiderski. Some great action once again in Heat 10. And it's Doyle out front. Josh Hawty screwing the gas to come around the outside of pole Piotr Swiderski. And Josh Hawty looks to have done it. Hawty all the way from 4th to 2nd. Swiderski, though, won't be denied. Back through on the inside of Josh Hawty. What racing we're getting here once again at Perry Bar. Jason Doyle out front. Piotr Swiderski's not giving up though. Josh Hawty busting a gut. Now here comes Swiderski down the inside of Jason Doyle. Hard to know where to look in this one. Absolutely thrilling stuff. Here comes Doyle back around the outside of Swiderski. Swiderski and Doyle. Josh Hawty close as well. Doyle's almost impeded by his team partner. Doyle off the final corner. Josh Hawty, I think, almost has let it sit there. I think he's just about hangs on for third. And my word, what a race that was. Piotr Swiderski under pressure throughout the race from both Selco, Birmingham and Brummies. He found a way through with a lap or so to go. They're all heading back to the pits. I'm off for a lie down. What thrilling racing there in heat number 10.
Great racing heat number 10. The race which takes us into the interval.
So heat 11 then, first race after the interval. The lineup for this one: Chris Harris in red, Kenneth Pierre goes in white, it's Nico Cavati in blue, off the outside in yellow, Lewis Bridger. Further takes away they go. That's a much better start from Kenneth Pierre. He's first into the first corner. His team partner Lewis Bridger's gone very wide on bend 2. It's Chris Harris giving chase to Kenneth Pierre. Harris so under severe pressure here on the inside by Lewis Bridger, who's out of control. And at this stage, Chris Harris is being able to chase down Kenneth Pierre, who's scored nothing so far tonight. Of course, had that coming together in heat 5 with his team partner for the evening, Lewis Bridger. Down the back straight they go for the third time. Now Nico Cavati on the tail of Lewis Bridger here. What can Nico Cavati do in the final lap of this heat number 11? Much better this time for Kenneth Pierre. He's away and gone in this 11th race. Chris Harris in second. Lewis Bridger's going to come home for third. It's going to be a 4-2 unless Nico Cavati can do something on the final corner. No, not quite. Lewis Bridger hangs on for the third place for the Lakeside Hammers. That's much better for Kenneth Pierre, who ran 2 last places first time out. Not the sort of performance that Lakeside would have been hoping for from their guests this evening, but he puts it right there in heat 11. So Kenneth Pierre, the winner. Second spot to Chris Harris. Third spot goes to Lewis Bridger. It's a 4-2 to the Lakeside Hammers. Progressively now it's 35 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies. 31 to the Lakeside Hammers. Reserve switch for the Lakeside Hammers here in heat number 12. Going off the inside is skipper for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, Danny King. The switch comes in the yellow helmet colour off gate 2 for Lakeside. Out goes Kevin Doolan, who's had a poor night. Richard Lawson coming in. Josh Orty, who's been involved in the thick of the action all evening. He is in the gate 3 position in the blue helmet colour, and off the outside in white it's Sebastian Urmek. So with 7 points between the sides, Lakeside will still be hoping that they can leave Perry Bar this evening with a league point. After getting off to a poor start this evening, they've somewhat recovered over the last 7 or 8 races or so. They come to order then for heat number 12. A bit of a false start from Josh Orty, who was eager to get away, but he makes a poor one into the first corner, and it's Richard Lawson that shows. Lawson coming around the outside, Orty's curb crawl through on the inside, and it's Orty that's giving chase. Danny King in third, Sebastian Urmek's missed out, he's at the back. But it's Richard Lawson, the reserve switch seems to be working for the Lakeside Hammers here. The Selco Birmingham Brummies both busting a gut to get on terms with Richard Lawson, who checks over his shoulder. Josh Orty hasn't looked over his shoulder. It's his team partner Danny King trying to come around the outside of him. A 2-pronged attack for the Selco Birmingham Brummies here. They now switch. Danny King trying to attack on the inside. Got to be careful he doesn't make a mistake to leave a gap through for Sebastian Urmek, and it's getting awfully tight here in heat number 12. Out front and looking superb is Richard Lawson, who's certainly improving as the night's gone on. Lawson then from Josh Orty, it's Danny King, he's in third with Sebastian Urmek tailed off at the back, so a share race here. The reserve switch does work, but Lakeside would have been looking for something from Sebastian Urmek. Off the final corner, Richard Lawson wins it. Fast finishing Josh Orty comes home for second. Third spot goes to Danny King. At the back was Sebastian Urmek, and well, what good action in heat number 12, Richard Lawson. Reserve switch working well for the Lakeside Hammers. He takes the checker flag and victory. Josh Orty second, Danny King third. Shared race, 3 apiece. Progressively with just 3 heats to go. It's now 41 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 34 to the Lakeside Hammers. Big race in heat number 13. Whichever way this race is going to go, it could well determine whether Brummies will have all 3 league points or whether Lakeside will leave with 1. The lineup for this one sees their guest in the white helmet colour for the Lakeside Hammers. It is Kenneth Pierre. Gate 2 in red for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, it's Jason Doyle. Gate 3 in yellow, Davey Watt. And off the outside in blue, Chris the Bomber Harris. As we say, if Lakeside were to take a heat advantage, they've obviously got Richard Lawson in heat number 14, along with Piotr Siderski, who won last time out. So Lakeside looks strong in that one. Which way is this heat 13 going to go, however? Oh, comes the green light from Dave Watchers. Bit of a twitch there. Jason Doyle fast away. And I think the red lights are on from Dave Waters there. Not happy. The two on the inside were having a good old nibble at the tapes. And Jason Doyle, unfortunately, not allowed to get away with that false start. Back round they come then for a rerun of heat number 13. We'll remind you of the lineup from the inside. It's Kenneth Pierre going in white for Lakeside. Gate number 2 in red, it's Jason Doyle. Davey Watts, he's in yellow gate 3. And off the outside in blue, Chris Harris. 41 to 34 with just 3 heats to go. All credit to Lakeside, who could have let their heads drop after succeeding 3 5-1s in the first 3 heats, but they've recovered well. They're still in with a league point here tonight to maintain their challenge for the playoffs. They're slightly outside the playoff berth at this stage, I think in 5th or 6th place.
Let's see you make some noise if you're supporting the Selco Birmingham Brummies.
As you might expect, riders taking their time to settle down ahead of this restart of heat 13. Jason Doyle knows how important it is to make a fast start from that gate 2 position. Light takes away they go. It's a pretty level start, but it is the Lakeside man on the inside, Kenneth Pierre, who makes it count from gate 1. Davey Watt trying to screw it on around the outside of the 2 Brummies boys. Doyle in second, Chris Harris in third. It's Davey Watt on the rough end of things at this stage. He's been pushed out to the back, and it's a shared race situation. Kenneth Pierre leading from Jason Doyle in second. Chris Harris riding shotgun with his team partner. Davey Watts not too far behind though. And as Davey Watts already shown this evening, he's got plenty of speed here at Perry Bar. Brummies quite content, I think, to pack the places here and then look to their heat 14 combination of Barker and Cavati to combine. Although you might see Josh Orty out in that one. But out front, whether he's changed his machine or changed his temperament, Kenneth Pierre looks much better in his last 2 outings. Down the back straight he goes. Doyle and Chris Harris content in third as Davey Watt in fact pulls out at the back. Kenneth Pierre takes the checker flag and victory in heat number 13. Second spot I think goes to Chris Harris. Third spot to Jason Doyle. So shared race 3 apiece and the gap remains at 7 points with just 2 heats to go. Good stuff from Kenneth Pierre, who's got his night back on track. He wins heat 13. Progressive score with just 2 heats remaining. 44 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 37 to the Lakeside Hammers. Heat number 14 then, the lineup for this one sees coming in the blue helmet colour gate 1 as a reserve switch for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. It is Josh Orty. Next to him in the white helmet colour for Lakeside, a fast winner last time out, Piotr Swiderski. Ben Barker with 3 wins out of 4 this evening. He's in red off gate number 3, and off the outside in yellow, Richard Lawson himself with a win last time out like his team partner Swiderski. So Lakeside will be looking for their 2 hammers here to combine and to give them a real chance of a league point. You would suggest that Kenneth Pierre has earned himself a Heat 15 nomination with 2 victories in his last 2 outings. And I fancy you might see one of these 2, Swiderski or Lawson as well. Just waiting for all 4 riders to settle down ahead of Heat 14 in what's been a great meeting here at Perry Bar in front of a bumper crowd. Let's hope they've enjoyed what they've seen, and we'll return in a fortnight's time where it's the Eastbourne Eagles in town. Settling down for Heat 14 then, bit of a twitch on the inside from both Swiderski and Orty, but Swiderski it is who shows. Referee Dave Waters allows it to run. Ben Barker having a good look down on the inside of Piotr Swiderski, but the pole it is that leads. Josh Orty in third, changing his attack now right round the outside, and Josh Orty's going for a fast outside blast, but if anything he loses ground there. But important for the Selco Birmingham Brummies that they keep Richard Lawson at the back I think Swiderski, something's going to take something special to get past the pole, but Ben Barker's looking for something special, trying to get his momentum built up with 2 laps gone. Here comes Ben Barker. He's right on the tailpipe now of Piotr Swiderski, who's content to ride down low. Ben Barker's right on the charge. Here comes Barker around the outside of Piotr Swiderski. The crowd rises. Ben Barker trying to screw it on all the way around the outside. Swiderski knows he's there, but here comes Ben Barker. Brilliant action from Ben Barker, who's been in superb form here tonight. Ben Barker looking for his team partner already. Swiderski's there still on the inside. Can Josh Hawty do off a party piece on the final corner? But that all credit there to Ben Barker, who pulls off an absolutely sensational heat number 14 win there. And no doubt Ben will be back out in the last race as well, because that was absolutely thrilling stuff. He's won 4 races tonight, just missed out in 1 outing. The helmet's come off. Ben Barker is going on the mic. Ben's going to talk to the crowd on his way home. This is fantastic stuff. I think Ben enjoyed that as much as we did as well.
Now, that's what we're talking about, guys. Come on, get behind the Brummies! Come on!
Ben Barker endearing himself to the massive crowd here at Perry Bar tonight. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I've never seen that before in all my years of watching Speedway. Ben Barker absolutely delighted with that. And the Selco Birmingham Brummies take a 4-2 in heat number 14, and that puts them ahead by 9 points going into the last race. Heat number 15 on track then, and the outcome of everything after 14 races, the Selco Birmingham Brummies, they're leading by 9 points, so Lakeside need a maximum of 5-1 here to swing things around. They need to, in fact, gain 3 extra points, so a 5-1 or nothing else is going to do for Lakeside here. The lineup for this Heat 15 sees going off the inside in the white helmet colour, Kenneth Bier. Certainly got his evening back on track after 2 poor last places early on. Ben Barker, he goes in red for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, and Ben's had a great night. Okay, number 3 in yellow for the Lakeside Hammers, it's their captain, it's Davey Watt, and off the outside in blue for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, it's Jason Doyle. So Selco Birmingham Brummies need just 2 points to ensure they take all 3 Sky Sports Elite League points away from Perry Bar this evening to maintain their position towards the head of the Sky Sports Elite League. Offload takes away they go. It's a fast start from Kenneth Bier. Barker's made a reasonable one. He immediately cuts down low. Davey Watt, unfortunately for the Lakeside Hammers, has missed out, and this will do for the Brummies. Bier's away and gone. He's going to be chased hard by Jason Doyle. Ben Barker in third, repelling the challenge of Davey Watt, who almost looked down to go through on the inside, but then changed his mind immediately to switch back to the outside. Ben Barker doesn't seem to have as much speed in this race, and the battle is on. But Jason Doyle for the Brummies could bring it home. That's all the Brummies need, as Ben Barker's being pressured really hard by Davey Watt. Barker and Watt going all at it. And Barker tonight has been sensational. And him too, like we said about Lewis Bridger, calling up for a team spot in the Team GB side for the World Cup. Ben Barker all the time in this race. He's certainly not got the speed. He's having to look left, right and centre to repel the challenge of Davey Watt. Watt having a good look down on the inside. Kenneth Bier, you can forget about him. He's away and gone for his 3rd victory of the night. Ben Barker, I think, is just going to hang on to Davey Watt. And almost time for a small hand gesture from Ben there over the line. Well, let's see what Davey has to say. I don't think Davey Watt's particularly impressed with Ben Barker there. We'll keep our eye on these 2 down the back straight. Well, Ben Barker's just ridden straight past him, and the Selco Birmingham Brummies are going to come home to take the applause of the crowd. They take all 3 league points here at Perry Bar with a shared race in the final one. Ben Barker helmet off again, a wheelie from Jason Doyle. It's a shared race 3 apiece in the final race of the night. Final score here at Perry Bar, 51 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 42 to the Lakeside Hammers. Join us now, rider of the night for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, Ben Barker. Ben, fabulous performance from the team and from yourself.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it was a performance I've been waiting for, really, and I felt really good. I made a change in Heat 8 where I knew as soon as I got the start, I thought, oh no, I've made the wrong one. But, you know, we went back to what we were doing and it was good.
And some doubt, I believe, over your fitness after the crash last Friday, but everything okay in that department?
No, not brilliant. I'm absolutely in agony now, so I might have to ring. You know, I know I had a very good night tonight, but that's adrenaline. You know, I'm going to probably take tomorrow off the challenge match and be fit again for Friday.
Great to see such a large turnout tonight, and something novel as well. We saw you take your helmet off after heat 14 and take to the microphone as well. That was good.
Yeah, you know, it's nice that they, you know, let's interact with the crowd a little bit. Let's get them back here. You know, it was a fantastic turnout, and we appreciate it. So we need them back.
And Eastbourne Eagles in town in a fortnight's time. Of course, we've got the Speedway World Cup. I'm sure you'd wish to have been part of that.
Yeah, it's not over yet. You know, if one of them fail at King's Inn, I'd like to think that my name's there, ready to go. So, you know, we're ready. We get a chance, we'll take it.
Well, Ben, we wish you all the very best. Great to see you back on form tonight. See you in a fortnight.
Thank you.
Round they come then, the victorious Selco Birmingham Brummies. Another 3 points in the Sky Sports Elite League locker. Let's quickly run down the individual point scorers. Firstly, look at the visitors for the Lakeside Hammers. Their guest Kenneth Pierre scored 9, Lewis Bridges scored 7, Sebastian Umek scored just 3, Piotr Swiderski 5. Davey Watts scored 10, their 2 reserves, Kevin Doolan 1, Richard Lawson 7+2. For the Selco Birmingham Brummies, Jason Dawes scored 10+1, Danny King scored 6+3. Ben Barker top of the shot with the 13 and 1, Chris Harris scored 9+1, Nico Cavati scored 2 and 1, and Josh Orty 11+2. So 51 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 42 to the Lakeside Hammers. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's production from Clean Cut Sports, and hope you can join us again in a fortnight's time, where it's the Eastbourne Eagles in town here at Perry Bar. From all of us here then at Clean Cut Sports, thanks for joining us. It's a very good bye.
It was such a tough meeting, and you certainly got some good racing.